Hey guys, welcome to East Gorham. Fire ban in effect. Tonight we're gonna start a series that I thought we'd do, and it's called "Can an e-bike take Strava KOM?" So tonight we're riding an Aventon Sinch, which is a 500 watt, 20-inch, 4-inch wide electric fat bike. I live in Canada, so this is a class 2 electric bike, and in Canada that means the motor is supposed to stop assisting at 32 kilometers an hour. But this bike is also sold in the United States unrestricted to make it a class 3. And interestingly enough, the manual that comes with it gives you the instructions to how to make it unrestricted. So I've done a couple rides on it completely unrestricted, and yes, it's pretty freaking impressive. This electric fat bike will go over 40 kilometers an hour, which is hilarious and fun, but it's completely illegal here. So I've kind of set it up as a hybrid. I have it set up to stop assisting at 35 kilometers an hour, which is significantly faster than 32k an hour. And it actually works really well with the gearing. I find at 35k an hour, I'm kind of almost at the fastest I want to pedal. So even though, yes, it will go 40k an hour, but if you want to try to pedal and stay on top of the gear, you actually have to pedal too fast. But the thing is, it's not a particularly sophisticated system. All you have to do is pedal, and if it senses you're pedaling, it will basically take it to the top speed. You don't even have to, it doesn't have it doesn't have like a torque sensor. It doesn't know how hard you're pedaling and then decide to give you more power. It basically just senses you're pedaling. It's just a cadence sensor, and it'll give you max power if you have it on max power. So we might as well get started. It's really cooling off here. We move away from the city. We're basically heading straight north, and it is actually noticeably cooler out here. I have short sleeves on. I am not dressed aerodynamically. I have basketball shorts on. I don't have clipless pedals or cycling shoes. I just have skateboard shoes with platform pedals. Driving like complete assholes. Okay, we're coming up less than a kilometer from this segment. It's on a road called North Branch Road. The segment is 5.66 kilometers. It has a really tough, well, initially it drops in, so it goes downhill a little bit, then it starts climbing, and there's a really tough, steep sector, and that initial section is paved with rough chip seal, and then it should turn to gravel, and then there's a hard gravel bit of climb, and then it basically plateaus and rolls lightly, and then it starts going downhill, stair steps downhill. I think the KOM is 11 minutes 59 seconds, and that KOM was set last month, and it was set by a former national champion in cycling. He was a junior national champion in cyclocross, Canadian junior national champion. It's my understanding he basically quit competitive cycling to choose education. Okay, we're about to enter the segment. This has a completely upright riding position. Okay, so we've entered the segment. So like I said, initially it goes downhill. 100% sure will set the fastest time, but will be slower on the downhill sections, but faster than a bike, a human powered bike on the uphill sections. So now we start climbing. I'm just soft pedaling. I mean, the assistance you give this thing maybe helps 1-2% at the most, because it's a heavy bike and the wheels are heavy, especially the rear motor. Another uphill section. Now it should be consistently uphill for a while here, and then we'll get to the really steep section. Hardest section. Watts is bogging down. We're gearing down to provide assistance, but like I said, we're probably helping 1-2%. Now it turns to gravel. Now this soft gravel is where we should have a huge advantage. Fat tire floating, not sinking in. 500 watts of consistent power. Yes, we're going 35 kilometers an hour up gradual gravel road uphill. Now we have another tough uphill section. This old bad washboard very much affecting our speed. So back up to almost 35k an hour. There's no way guys on the bike are going that fast here, but we are dealing with a former national champion. pretty brisk headwind. I'm sure when those Strava KOMs were set, it was tailwind. We're heading east, and where I live, the winds are predominantly out of the northwest. So the majority of the time you would have a tailwind coming down this road. Or a tailwind, tail, crosswind. But we're dealing with headwind and cross headwind. I'm sitting completely upright, completely unaerodynamic. Okay, so we're off the gravel and now onto the chip seal. This is where we'll be at a disadvantage because it stair steps its way down. I'm sure on the bicycles they reached much higher speeds than we will. Because when the motor cuts out on this, because of the weight and the rolling resistance of the tires, you really don't provide that much assistance. And the gearing on it, so we're at 40k an hour and we're almost spun out. Temperatures dropped to 14 Celsius. It's much colder up here than in the city. Done. Now we have to ride about 15k to get home, so I'll see you when we get home. Okay guys, so we're home now, and yeah, so there is the KOM holder. He's at 11 minutes 59 seconds, 28.2 kilometers an hour. So we did it in 9 minutes 41 seconds, average speed of 35k an hour. We hit 50 kilometers an hour. Actually, let's see his top speed. I bet you he hit a much higher top speed on it. He hit 58.7 kilometers an hour. So yeah, we demolished the time, and that's on an electric fat bike. Okay, that's like a 50-60 pound bike, 500 watt motor, because that's the legal limit in Canada is 500 watts. God, some of the bikes you guys have in the States must be just incredible. Estimated wattage. Interesting that the estimated wattage is 553 watts, so that's actually fairly accurate that it's estimating 500 watts. And that would be 500 watts nominal, because I think it's capable of more peak watts. I think peak at 750. So yeah, that was fun. Obviously, I'm not going to make this ride public, so Kyle Fry will continue to have the KOM. But if you find this video interesting, let me know, because I'm going to make more of them. So that was my electric fat bike. So here's actually the ride we ended up doing, our total ride. That was 55 minutes. We did 31.29 kilometers. Our average speed was 34 kilometers an hour, and it would have been higher. I actually used lower assistance on the way out there, because I wanted the battery to be as full as possible to have the most voltage. So you can see our ride, it was essentially up completely to a high point, and then pretty much all the way down. Yeah, that was fun. So I do also have a 250 watt mid drive that is a class 1, so it's pedal assist only, no throttle, 250 watt nominal. I think it peaks at slightly under 300. I think I read somewhere that it peaks at 295 occasionally. So, and that's a mountain bike style, hybrid style. It's a 1x9 drivetrain, and it has 2.35 inch Schwalbe Supermotors on it. So I'm going to try to see if I can beat it on that bike. I think it'll be much, much closer. But I think it's probably still possible to beat their time on that bike. So let me know if you think this video is interesting, and I'm actually going to make more of these things. Thanks for watching. Bye.